two key members of Trump's cabinet appeared on two Sunday morning news shows separately to answer for their boss. And boy, oh boy, as you're about to see, do they sound confident. Their boss, whose approval ratings, as we learned this week earlier, are in the golden toilet.
Donald Trump is unpopular. He's trying to force through an unpopular agenda and kind of hoping no one notices. But sometimes, once in a while, he gets caught and he has to retreat. But fundamentally, what they're banking on is that they're doing so much in so many different parts of the government that are so destructive, no one could just pay attention to all this stuff, right? It's going to go past most voters. Because what they are actually doing is really unpopular. He has never been very popular. And his approval rating has only gone down since. Nate Silver tracks the average over on his Substack. Full disclosure, some of the graphs on that site are really difficult to show on TV. They require lots of explanation. This ain't one of them. See that there? You can see what that's doing. The line just keeps going down. Even Fox News has no choice but to face this reality.
If you look at our new Fox News poll at 100 days job approval compared to other presidents, there you see the president at 44%, and you see his first term at 45% at this mark, the 100-day mark. We have other new polls that are revealing some concerns about the economy.
Boy, that's a tough graphic if you're Donald Trump sitting in the White House watching Fox News all day. That's the kind of clip that really gets Donald Trump yelling at the TV. In fact, he's now calling for Fox's pollster to be fired. Also says the Wall Street Journal sucks. We're not even 100 days in, and Trump is already at the polls are fake stage. Why? He ran on making things cheaper on day one. That was his promise. But maybe you've noticed things are not cheaper. They are not. Instead, he started a trade war, tanked the stock market, is about to make everything more expensive.
And it's in that spirit that today Trump's dutiful supplicants took to the Sunday news show circuit, well, to do their best Ralph Cramden impersonations. A lot of humana, as you're about to see. Well, here's Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent trying to spin it to win it with Martha Raddatz earlier this morning on ABC.
President Trump's strategy really has been to announce these tariffs, then dial some back, pause them, make exceptions. Explain why you see this as a good negotiating strategy.
Well, in game theory, it's called strategic uncertainty. So you're not going to tell the person on the other side of the negotiation where you're going to end up. And nobody's better at creating this leverage than President Trump.
Okay, duly noted. There is no one better than Trump at creating uncertainty. But he sure seemed certain, Trump did, during his recent Time interview, where he stated on record that so far, 200, count 'em, deals had been done. Now, what's the guy with the nervous smile have to say about that?
Let's talk about the Time interview with President Trump. He said that he has made 200 deals on tariffs. 200 deals? Who has he made deals with? Is there actually any deal at this point?
I believe that he is referring to sub-deals within the negotiations we're doing. And, Martha, if there are 180...
But those aren't actual deals.
Martha, if there
Translation, no deals. I'm sorry, sub-deals and strategic uncertainty. Sunday doublespeak continues. Take two. We're going to jump over to CNN, see if Dana Bash can get a straight answer out of the Agricultural Secretary Brooke Rollins regarding President Trump's 200, count 'em, deals that he boldly revealed in his Time magazine interview. This be a softball, right?
Secretary Rollins, you said that there are, 100 deals that are almost in the works. The president told Time magazine, quote, I have made 200 deals. He didn't give us any details about what those could be, what countries he's talking about. Has he actually inked any trade deals, and with whom?
Sure. On the deals, we have 100 countries that are knocking on the door. I believe, I'm not in the room, I'm not negotiating the trade deals, but my understanding is we should have several this week that are coming forward that are very, very close. China is a very important one. Every day we are in conversation with China, along with those other 9,900 countries that have come to the table.
You said that there are talks with China every day. Who are the talks with and at what level? Because the Chinese are saying that's not true.
Well, according to our team in Washington, the conversations are ongoing regarding multiples of trade, but here, multiples of the trade goods that are coming out and going in. But the bottom line with China is this. They need us more than we need them. They need our money. They need our markets. They need our consumers and all of the above. So
and on that note, I want to stick with your world of agriculture, because you said China needs the U.S., but there are some indicators that they're looking elsewhere, specifically when it comes to farming. They dramatically cut back on buying U.S. soybeans, instead turning to Brazil and Argentina. China is planning to purchase less U.S. pork, down 72% in just a week. So at least in the short term, it is obviously hurting American farmers. What are they supposed to do now?
Well, listen, the farmers, no one supports President Trump more than our farmers and ranchers in our rural communities. And
Loose translation, no deals inked. But even though he said there were 200, two Sunday news shows, plenty of doublespeak to go around, no one apparently can name one of the 200 deals or with what country they may be occurring with. And as to the farmers supporting Trump, that thought, well, this just in.
Yes, and the president's trade war has put America's farmers in a pathway of complete destruction. It's planting season, and farmers should be planting their crops, but instead, the president is playing footsie with China.
You know, when dumbstruck for an explanation in modern American politics, may we humbly suggest turning to the master orator. We're talking about the esteemed representative from Bensonhurst, New York, who always has exactly the right response to the toughest questions.